Stealing a Kiss. Melissa, Ryan, complete with Sandra Mum. Thank you so much. Bridesmaids, you look absolutely ravishing. Page Boy didn't quite make it up the aisle, but he did look fabulous. Lovely to see all of you, but most of all, Melissa, you look $1 million. Amazing. €1 million, actually. All of you can take your seats. Your job is done. Melissa and Ryan, you're going absolutely nowhere. You're going to stay right up with me. And bridesmaids, I'm going to leave it up to you to arrange Melissa's incredible train that you maybe left there. I'm not sure how you want it. It's a most stunning dress I have ever seen. Absolutely extraordinary. Oh, Melissa, how are you feeling?
I feel okay. Hi everyone.
I love that. Hello everyone. Amazing, Melissa, to see all your friends and family here today. I was saying that before, and I know it means the world to you that everyone's come all this way, some from a very long way indeed. And what an incredible, magical setting. Anyone who's been to Portugal probably hasn't been to this incredible spot, but it is probably one of the loveliest spots on the Algarve. Not somewhere anyone is going to forget in a hurry, least of all you two. And here today, Ryan, Melissa, we're going to celebrate you, watching you make your commitments to each other in a country that you have completely fallen in love with, surrounded by your nearest and dearest. And you told me, Ryan and I are the most happiest when we're together, in swimwear, in the sun, so it was a no-brainer really that you were going to get married here in Portugal, Melissa. And of course, it is a corner of the globe that will play an even bigger part in your story going forwards from today. So a chapter that everyone here is going to be sharing with you. So today we're going to celebrate you two, your past, your present, your future, everything that's brought you to this incredible spot here on the Algarve, where the seagulls are flocking overhead. And hopefully, well, last time I was here actually, one of those seagulls did land one on the bride. And we were then told that it was just lucky, but let's hope for your sake the luck doesn't come forward yet. We might get you stepping this side in a moment. It is one of those days, your wedding. It is one of those extraordinary milestones in your life, and you won't get many moments during this afternoon to stop and think about what you're doing. But it is a magical day. I remember my wedding day 15 years ago as being this day that nobody really quite prepared me for, in one sense, supremely, and that was the love that comes your way on your wedding day. And people can tell you all through your life that they love you, but you don't really necessarily feel it in that extraordinary way until your wedding day. And there's probably only one other day in your life that everyone will be there completely for you, and you'll be 6 feet under. So I would suggest that you really milk it today on your wedding day and enjoy every single second of today. You will go to bed with your cheeks burning from smiling so much. And it's been lovely for me over the last year getting to know you both, not just from what you two have told me, but what your nearest and dearest have told me about you too. And I'm going to start, Melissa, with your mum, Sandra, who told me that although you can be strong-minded and spontaneous, she questioned where you got that one from, Ryan is always there to pull in the reins when necessary. She said they are opposites, but yet they're so similar. They really bounce off each other and make a really good team in all aspects. It's lovely to see them so happy and in love. They make a fab couple. Meanwhile, your mum, Ryan, Monica, she talked about what a sensitive, considerate young man you are, that you're always there to put others first, and you do anything not to upset those you love. Melissa is great for him, she said, as she'll fight his battles. I feel confident that she'll always be there for him. They make a great couple, and I'm so proud of them. It's so good to see them both so happy and so in love. And your bridesmaid, Lucy. Lucy, which one are you? There you are. Well, she told me these two have always had a special place in my heart from the moment I met them, both as individuals, but especially as a couple. I've always admired their relationship. They're probably the most trusting, supportive, and driven couple I've ever met. They're both so independent and live such busy lives, which for so many people would make a relationship hard to maintain, and yet it works so well for them, and they always find space for quality time together. So it's lovely to hear from those people who know you best, but actually what was really lovely was finding out about you two from you two. And Ryan, I asked Melissa to describe you, and she said Ryan is simply the perfect gentleman. Everyone says their partner's kind-hearted, loving, caring, handsome, But with Ryan, there is just so much more. He's the type of man that would drive to the other side of the world if you needed him. He has many different sides, from being super shy at times to walking into a room with such presence. He's very logical in the way he thinks, always teaching me new things, telling me weird and wonderful facts that blow my mind. I never take him for granted and feel so blessed to have him in my life. And when I asked you, Ryan, to describe Melissa, well, he had an awful lot to say. I'm going to paraphrase it. He said, Melissa is the most caring person, always wants the best for people, the first person to wish you congratulations for even the smallest of accomplishments, so kind and selfless. She's also incredible fun and up for the most fitness-related things that she can think of with great spontaneity. She's beautiful. Her big curly hair and beautiful eyes never cease to impress me. She'll push me to achieve my best with everything I do and understands the things that are important to me, like my football ritual, to have Liverpool Football Club pint glass on display on match days, for instance. It's hard to really sum her up because she really is indescribable. She is above words. She just makes all the people around her better without knowing or even trying. And that was a paraphrased version. And I describe who you are today for a reason, because I think one of the most important aspects of married life, I've been married for 15 years, as I said, is just understanding, respecting each other for the person you were on your wedding day. That was the person you fell in love with. It was the person you decided you wanted to spend the rest of your life with. And sometimes it can be difficult when life propels you forward a decade or 2 or 3 or 5 or 8 from today, when you're just growing that little bit older, a little bit grumpier sometimes, and juggling everything that life throws at you at the same time, remembering who you both are, what you instantly loved about each other, how you felt on your wedding day. It's just so important. I think this would be a lovely time to hear your vows, your personal promises that you two have made to each other. And I really hope that in the years to come, you will look back on the promises that you've made today and remember this moment standing here at Senora de Rocha, and live every moment. And when those moments come, when you might feel you want to wring the other person's neck, get them out and read them and remember everything you felt on this day with everyone listening. So Melissa, I'm going to start with you.
Hi, baby. You okay? Okay. I was going to start with, it was love at first sight, but we both know that's not true. You meet thousands of people in a lifetime, but only one who completely changes your life. When I met you, I wasn't looking for love. I wasn't even looking for a boyfriend, but love found me. And although I didn't know it, it was everything I ever wanted and more. You brought out a side of me I didn't know I had. You challenged me and made me a better person, and for that I'm forever grateful. Over the years I've known you, you've gone from the guy my mate brought to my party to my best friend, my boyfriend, my fiancé, and now my husband. People fall in love all the time, but finding someone who shares your soul is rare. I love how we think the same things at the exact same time, how we both laugh hysterically at the same stupid stuff, how we forget pretty much everything, and how shocked we are every time. I love that you make me the perfect cup of tea. I love how big your feet are, because they make mine look small. I love that you know exactly what I want or what I need when I've had a stressful day. You're the man that carries me to bed when I fall asleep on the sofa, because you know I can't sleep without you. The man who goes to Aldi solo when I really don't want to. The man who makes me the perfect chocky pizza. I look at you every day and feel every part in love with you, as I did on that Thursday. You know me better than I know myself, and I don't know what I'd do without you. I look at that handsome face, and I can't help but drawn in by your energy, your determination that took you through 3 marathons and scoring me, your intelligence and passion you have for a well-formulated spreadsheet, your inquisitive mind filled with random facts that fascinate me every time, your kind heart and romantic ways that won me over. But most of all, for the way you love me for exactly who I am. They say it's not who you spend Saturday night out partying with, but who you spend all day Sunday with. And I love that you're the one I get to spend both with. So I vow to always say yes to ordering our favourite takeaways. I vow to always look for crumble with custard on the menu. I vow to never question your Liverpool rituals, because yes, they work. I vow to always be your best friend, your teammate, and I'll never ever let Team Kershaw down. Baby, loving you is the easiest thing I've ever had to do. I want so much for us, for our future, but the only thing I really need is standing right in front of me. I can't wait to live life with you by my side, to go on more amazing adventures and make more amazing memories as your wife. I love you.
Need a minute. I'd like to couple up with this girl because since the first time I met you, I felt a connection that was unmatched to anything I'd ever known before. I knew then that I would love you. For 6 months, I couldn't allow myself to give up on becoming us. I'd never been so sure of anything. Keeping me going when you were unsure was a little voice telling me, if you had one shot and one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or let it slip? I captured my moment, and I couldn't be prouder than to stand here with you now and tell you how much I love you. I told you, just 3 weeks into our relationship, that I want to spend my life with you. We've grown together and learned so much. Our individual strengths and weaknesses making us better as individuals and as a couple. Supporting each other and never forgetting about the small things, probably because we've set a reminder. There will be times when I mess up, despite my best efforts to stop that happening. But on those, hopefully very rare occasions, I promise it will never be intentional. I will always listen and work with you to understand why I made you feel that way, so I don't make the same mistake again. I love how we understand each other. It's clear from the number of times one of us says, I was just thinking that, and every time it still makes me smile. We're always on the same page. Even after 5 years, I'm still amazed at just how many opinions we share about the most random things. I love your cute vulnerability when we're home alone relaxing on the sofa. No makeup, curls everywhere, in your pajamas, socks half on. And you lay your head on my chest and it feels like it's just us in the world. I love how caring you are. Showed best when you took after me after breaking my wrist. 2 months, your effort never faded. You turned one of the worst times into one of my happiest memories. You even came home on lunch to open a jar for me. I love your natural beauty. Those big brown eyes that look at me with such sweetness. Your curls that can always be picked out in a crowd. And a smile that I can't stop staring at. Those things, along with so many more I couldn't list. Today, Melissa, I make these promises to you. I vow to make you the perfect cup of tea when I wake up in the morning. I vow to respect you, support and protect you. I vow to only ask you to watch a horror movie when it's daylight. I vow to evolve with you, just like when your fingers wrinkle in water. I vow to keep running home to you. You are my best friend, and our love is based on giving and receiving, as well as having and sharing. And a love that we give and have is shared and received. With our love, we'll continue to build a future, and we'll do it as a team, together. I love you, Melissa.
Those were absolutely lovely, and obviously chimed and rang a few bells with some of the front row here. Ryan and Melissa, marriage, it is the voluntary, it is the full commitment and promise of one person to another, and it is entered into with the desire, the hope, the full intent that it will last forever and ever, to the exclusion of all others. So drawing on the trust that you two have placed in me today, I want to ask you to speak the truth from your hearts about your commitment to this marriage and to each other. So Melissa, I'm going to get you to repeat after me.
I, Melissa Carly Fernandez, take you, Ryan Lewis Kershaw, to be my lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, from this day forward till death us do part.
I, Ryan Lewis Kershaw, take you, Melissa Carly Fernandez, to be my lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish. From this day forward, till death us do part.
Before we exchange rings, I want to go back a little bit in time. We're going to go back to October 2012 to be precise, and we've alluded to it a little bit already. Impeccable timing you have, Ryan. You actually meet at Melissa's big farewell to the UK party. Great timing that was. Melissa, you were heading off globe-trotting, and Ryan just said something. I loved your honesty. You said the silver lining to her leaving is that she got this out of her system before we got together, as personally, I couldn't handle all that travelling thing. I'm way too fussy and like my home comforts. My first words to her were, drink up, as I handed her a shot. And I asked you when you realised this was the one, and Ryan, you said it was pretty much instantaneous. I always knew, you said, from the very first moment I saw her in that blue velvet dress at the leaving party, there was something that I just couldn't explain through any rhyme or reason. I am a logical thinker, a man of science, so that love at first sight thing was never in my mind. But that brief meeting at that party showed me something I couldn't describe. For the year she was gone, she never left my mind. And the rest, as they say, is history, because those wheels were set in motion that night that led us ultimately to where we all are here on the Algarve this afternoon. And when you returned from your travels, Melissa, your paths cross again at a